Good afternoon.
Robert, how you doing?
Doing great. Yourself?
Good. How do you go about preparing for a coordinator who's never played in the NFL?
It's a good question. Anticipating, obviously, he's going to have his wrinkle. They've got what they put on tape, and trying to see what he's been influenced by in his past, and we'll see as the game goes on. Obviously, there's going to be some. It's going to be very important for in-game adjustments to see what they do in game, but it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with.
He's such a neophyte, I guess, when it comes to coaching. Do you look back at his playing career?
Anytime you have a chance, what he's been influenced by, absolutely. As a quarterback, where he's been, and so you look at all of that, but at the same time, he might have a ton of knowledge, but again, it's transferring it over to the player and all that stuff too. So again, it's going to come down to game day and making as many in-game adjustments as we can as we see plays develop.
Do you anticipate Bruce Arians to be a heavy influence, or how do you approach it?
I don't know. It'll be interesting for sure. Obviously, he's got some. That's what he's most attached to. But at the same time, it could be anything.
What do you think's getting in the way of Ruben playing like he did last year?
I think Ruben, obviously, he missed the first couple of games of the year, and it's not going the way he wants and all that stuff. But there is I do think he's moving in the right direction. He did have his best practice of the year yesterday. He's going to be fine. I get it in this day and age with everything needs to happen now, but I promise you, Ruben's going to be just fine when this is all said and done. Second-year player, to push the panic button is way premature in my mind.
He seems like a guy who's very hard on himself, or really, really wants to be very good. Do you think that sometimes maybe leads to pressing for a guy like that?
For a second-year player, and it goes throughout the league, this is just my opinion. I think the second-year player is the hardest year for a player in general. You have when they come in as rookies, you have kids who come in and they don't know anything. They're just locked in on their coach. They're trying as hard as they can. They want to make a great first impression. They're out there balling. They know nothing about anything, and they're just running and hitting. And when they get into their second year, they've got social media. They've got a bank full of money. They've got family. They've got entourage. They got a whole bunch of stuff outside, along with what they perceive as more knowledge of football. And so they forget what made them great as rookies in the first place. Not that they forget, but it's a balancing act. And so there is a little bit of another adjustment period that they have to go to in their second year. And the exciting part, and I get it, when things aren't going great, people want to point out the negative, and they struggle. People struggle to see the positives. AC had his best game before he got hurt. Akello is showing a lot of promise. Solomon had a really nice game last week. So guys are moving in the right direction, and I know through all the stuff that's been happening this year, it's very hard to see. But if you sit down in the film room and you truly study it, you could see them all improving.
How much clips out there? Sorry, there are clips out there of Ruben running around with seemingly a dead right arm. What's happening on those plays, and is that something that you're aware of before it's happening, or do you see it,
He's going through some stuff, obviously, but it's not going to stop him from playing. He's a fighter. He wants to be great. It's very, very important to him. So whatever element he may have, it's not going to stop him from being on the football field. And it might trigger here and there, but he's not coming off. It's something he's just going to have to deal with.
Would you rather he take himself out of the game and so that he's not playing with one arm?
Sometimes.
What did you do yesterday in practice that impressed you?
His feet looked fast. He looked explosive out of his break. He looked faster than he's been in practice. Great intent and focus. So it was just an all-around package. And the expectation now, he's got to back it up. He's got to stack days. When you practice at 50%, you play at 50%. You practice at 100%, it's like muscle memory. They always say when you get back in the weight room, it's all muscle memory. It comes back to you. Well, it's the same thing for a football player in practice. If you train your muscles to go 50%, you'll be 50%. And so that's why Kyle is so great at stressing the importance of deliberate practice and stressing the importance of having a great day of practice, and why it's so important for us to play the guys who perform best in practice, because as an organization, and especially Kyle, it's important to know that you're practicing at that high level, because we trust that you'll be able to play at that high level. So long answer short. he was alive. Let's say that.
You guys played Rosen the first time. Other than the first pass, he didn't really do much against you. What have you seen from him the past couple of weeks?
You know, it's the same for him. He's got tremendous accuracy. You can tell he's getting a little bit more comfortable in the pocket and all that stuff, and getting comfortable with the concepts that were being asked. But it really is the same thing. It's the same thing. He's a rookie. There's a maturation process that he's got to go through. But I think he's put on some really good tape. He's definitely got a first-round talent arm, and he is going to be a really good football player.
Ruben's shoulder, I think the majority of the games he's played, he's either had a stinger or had to leave at some point due to one of his shoulders acting up. Is it a long-term concern, or is it just something that maybe will be part of his career?
I think because of the way he hits and the way he plays, it's always going to be part of his game. He's always going to get dinged up, but at the same time, he's got such great mindset that he will fight through all that stuff, and he does want to play, and he's got tremendous mindset. So there'll be days when he's fresh and he's running, hitting, but there's some days where he's going to hit somebody so hard that he kind of hurts himself. But I don't think it's going to stop him. But at the same time, I'm really not concerned with Ruben and him being an injury guy. He just, he plays the game so hard and so violently that sometimes accidents happen. But he'll stand up. He'll play the next play. So.
How was your competition, I guess, at free safety shaping up?
We'll see. Today's a big day with pads on and all that stuff. So guys just working through trying to figure out who's going to replace AC.
It looks bad when I think for 30 points out there, other parts of the team, but I guess in that context, how did you feel like the defense played?
There's always going to be stuff we can do better. In that first half, I thought they fought their tails off. Went in the locker room at halftime excited. I'll be honest with you, offense had just scored. It was 22-7. We were getting the ball. I really believed that we were going to get a big stop or takeaway to start the second half on defense, which we had the opportunity when AC and Spoon went up to go get that goal ball. I just felt like, they had played on a short field, and I just felt like Sean was eventually going to really try to take a shot. And it was going to be early when he had a short field, or not a short field, but a normal field to play with. And I thought they were going to make a mistake in doing it, and they did. We just didn't make them pay. But in that first half, thought we came out with a lot of energy, got the 3 and out, stood up on a short field to force a takeaway or a field goal. On the next drive, we had a pick 6 in our hands to force another third down conversion for us to force a punt. But in that game, I just felt like in that first half there was guys came out with great energy. They competed their tails off, and we were getting a lot of wins from down to down. And we had when it was 3-0, and we had that ball in our hands, we had a chance to swing that whole game open, and those are the ones that we've got to take advantage of.
Are Various more close as far as the whole transition from safety to corner?
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better. His practice habits are fantastic. He's gotten better every single day, and he's one play away now. So.
Couple more. No more. Cool.
All right.
Thanks, guys.